Good morning, everyone. And I should be also greeting to those like coming beyond Malaysia. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Okay, let me share my slide. Okay, now, okay, now, okay. For today's session, basically, what I would like to share with everyone, the audience or the floor, basically is about the industry forward. Okay, and then when this word is being bring to the market, the industry, a lot of say, okay, industry forward, what is this all about, and then how it being executed, who will be benefit and everything. So with this today, basically, I would like to give some insight on how this industry forward, how to help the business community, especially to advance to take advantage of this policy to accelerate to the next level that they want. Okay, before I go into the industry forward in proper, let me share with you who is MIMOS, and then what is MIMOS is all about, and then what is our function, and also what our how MIMOS contribute or participate in this industry forward. Okay, as you see on the screen now, MIMOS basically is a National Applied R&D Center under the leadership of Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, short as MOSTI. In total, we have two campuses. We have one, the main campus is at the Technology Park Malaysia, and then the other one is located at the Kulim High Tech Park, far northern region at the north. Okay, and then in total, MIMOS basically have quite a good number, 777 talents, and then there we have 14 labs. We have for all, since we are the R&D center, so all our R&D output will be patented and then will be filed. So all these patent will be able to help the manufacturing or to help the industry to utilize the patent that we have to license it, then to go and then to commercialize it, and then to give them the competitive edge. And in MIMOS, we also have about 8, and then it will grow, okay, in terms of the technology center or facilities as you want to talk about. So in this 8, basically what we are offering is basically we have a rapid prototyping, we have a reliability and testing lab, failure analysis, wafer fab, COEs, which ranging from various of upcoming advanced technology ranging from IoT until the AI, the artificial intelligence, the next generation materials, semicon, and so on. Okay, then we also have industrial design lab and then 3D modeling fabrication. The core function for MIMOS, some people might know, some people might not, but we just want to reiterate what MIMOS is doing. Since we are the government-owned agency, so basically we are trying to address the needs from these three key stakeholders. Okay, we want to we will try to help these three key stakeholders to benefit from the technologies that which has been upcoming, which is advanced, and then it has been renewed on the very speedy way. So people may not able to cope with may not able to work with the speed of the technology. So MIMOS is the one, it come in as a so-called technology translator to help these three stakeholders to understand and then to benefit the technology into their respective core area. Okay, so in the tip of this pyramid, basically MIMOS core area function is basically research and development, which our R&D activities is on the ICT, the semiconductor and microelectronic, and also at the applied research. MIMOS doesn't do any basic research. So for the basic research, basically we collaborate with the universities. So the next area that MIMOS also carry another function. Basically, we do engage with the industry. The engagement basically is, since we are doing the R&D, we need to engage with this industry not only industry but also the rakyat and the government to see how to help them to utilize the technology to let them to grow further. Okay, so from there basically the third function that MIMOS carries basically is the technology venture incubation, or the R&D. Since MIMOS basically is the R&D center, so we will not do any productization or solutioning. So basically, we will work with the industry players, like those technology players or who want to venture into technology area, so they can come forward to and then collaborate with MIMOS. Then from there we will help them to grow them and then to help them to understand the technology and then become part of their product portfolio. So with that, these two slides basically is to tell you, hopefully able to enlighten you on what is MIMOS is all about. And then the technology center base at the middle basically is to tell you that everything, I mean the facilities is basically is to support these three key functions. Okay, so with that, let us move on to the next portion, which about the industry forward. But before the industry forward, basically I want to give some kind of a message to the market. When people talk about Industry 4.0, okay, a lot of interchangeable kind of usage between fourth industry revolution and Industry 4.0. When you read a lot of articles, then people will talk about I 4.0 and also 4IR switching with each other. Okay, but there is a differentiation. There is a clear differentiation, and then between these two components. Okay, as you see in industry, in every country there is this so-called five type of industry segment in the economy. Okay, you can ranging from the very primary up to the quaternary. Okay, so from here you can see what is subsumed in each of these category. So when there are various of technology that introduce, okay, from AI up to various of advanced technology that comes in, and all this technology, all this industry segment apply this industry, we will call it Industry 4, fourth industry revolution. Fourth industry revolution is the biggest concept. It's cover all the markets industry segment. But for Industry 4.0, basically is only dedicated and only focused at the secondary industry, which is the production and manufacturing. From here, basically, it will utilize all the technology to help the manufacturing to do improvement in terms of efficiency, productivity, and also various of operations challenges with the technology. Okay, so that is what we call Industry 4.0. So hopefully with today's session, you have some gain that the differentiation between the 4IR, we short at the 4th Industry Revolution, and the Industry 4.0, short as I 4.0. So where is industry forward policy? That is where this is industry forward. Basically, is the Malaysia branding that the government initiative for Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 basically is originated from Germany, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so Malaysia basically product, as you've seen from the Department of Statistics, we know that manufacturing is the second largest GDP contribution to Malaysia. So the government recognized that technology is the essential, is the critical elements to enable the Malaysia manufacturing to go further. So that's why this Industry 4.0 policy is introduced. Very focused for manufacturing sector. Okay, so a very snapshot. This Industry 4.0 basically the policy you can download from basically is led by Ministry of International Trade and Industry. We short it as MITI. Spearheaded by MITI, then launched in 31st October 2018 to drive digital the transformation for manufacturing and its related services in Malaysia. This policy basically is not one ministry effort. It's basically the inter and intra-ministry collaboration and cooperation approach. So that's why you should, just to justify why MIMOS is sharing the industry forward today. Okay, so with that, the context setting is done. Basically, to give you a very snapshot of what Industry 4.0 Industry Forward policy is all about. Okay, so Industry Forward basically is to, as I shared earlier, basically is to help the manufacturing sector and the related support services, okay, to search for excellence towards the sustainability, especially during the COVID time. Thank you. That is the positive side of the COVID. It does help us a lot. The government perspective saying that everyone being notice the importance of technology during the pandemic time. They see that they cannot live up without they cannot live up from the technology bandwagon. So it kind of is our effort in promoting or in creating and getting the market acceptance about the technology. So from there, just a very quick one, the key agenda for this Industry 4 basically is like, we want to push our manufacturing sector to the higher level of the manufacturer, which able to produce complex and diverse producer, able to improve their productivity with the automation. This is being witnessed during the COVID, when all the foreign workers is being sent back, and then when the border is still closed, they can't come back. So there's a lot of vacuum in terms of the resources. So that is where the technology will need to step in to help the manufacturing by introducing automation processes. Okay, with that, with all the automations kind of processes, then the manufacturing will have a more space or more resources to go further by stimulate innovation. Okay, so from there, this policy basically is covered kind of end to end, up from the upstream, go down to the downstream, and also the enabler, which is those related services. So in this policy, basically, it has drafted the framework. Okay, the vision basically is to ensure that by 2025, okay, this policy basically is starting from 2018 and then is covered until the development of 2025. Basically, the ambition is to help Malaysia manufacturing to become a strategic partner in Asia Pacific, especially when now everyone is going to look for supplier 1+1. No longer all the manufacturing in the global is going to have a parallel supplier, especially during the COVID time. Okay, they notice that one supplier is no longer working for them. Okay, so they need to work for that. That is where this policy is spot on to that kind of a scenario. Okay, so it has to, with the technology that being introduced by this policy, hopefully it's aimed to put Malaysia become the primary destination for high-tech industry, and also able to establish a solution provider for advanced technology. Okay, so these are the aim. With those vision, definitely they need to have some goal to achieve by 2025. Okay, in terms of the labor productivity contribution, global index, innovation index, and also the skilled workers. All these four will be the guiding principle for MITI and the rest of the agencies, ministry, and also agencies to achieve this national goal. Okay, so in manufacturing, basically the policy from the engagement when this policy is being developed, we noted that in any kind of businesses, these are the three key factors. Okay, but it does is very significantly for manufacturing, where the people is one of the shift factor. Okay, the process, the technology, people in the sense that not like the operation people, but because Industry Forward basically is a digital transformation plan. Okay, so when you want to transform, that means you need to change the mindset. The people, the management, the top management need to have that kind of a mindset change for them to be able to adopt and then to carry on with the digital transformation to a larger scale beyond when they graduate from whatever government initiative that drafted under the Industry Forward. So from there, this policy also have drafted out 5 enablers. Okay, we short it as FIRST. F basically is funding, I is infrastructure, R is regulatory, skill, S is skill, T is technology. I would not go through for today's session. Basically, I would just focus as the technology portion. For all these kind of, for you to understand more about this Industry Forward for others area, we are welcome for you to visit MITI.gov.my/industry forward to know more about the rest of the other 4. But today I will just share more on the technology. Okay, in Industry Forward policy, these are the policy have outlined these 11 technology pillars. Okay, just put the remark. This policy is not saying that these are the only 11. Okay, you can, I mean, the manufacturing can go beyond this 11 because as you know that technology will update, will have a new technology comes in every, hopefully in every 12 or 18 months. So this list will be extend, but at this juncture we foresee these are the 11 technology pillars that should be able to help the manufacturing to advance to the next level. Okay, now under the Industry Forward policy, Industry Forward flagship programs, MITI have outlined 5 flagship programs, naming the readiness assessment, Biz Forward, Smart Manufacturing Intelligence Service Platform, Competency Center, and High Speed Program. Okay, now why this 5 flagship program is important? Basically, is this flagship basically is all the flagship program plus other program basically is all go concurrent. Okay, so it will not, and then it complement each other. Okay, so like the readiness assessment program, basically I will cover a very brief one in the later stage, but you can follow us. I mean, not now, perhaps after CMCO or when the COVID cases, when the COVID situation is improved. I believe MITI will kickstart the outreach program again. So perhaps you can attend the outreach program to get more about the readiness assessment, and also you can check out at the MITI website to get more info. Okay, but today basically these are the 2 areas. The Smart Manufacturing Intelligence Service Platform, which I would like to share, because this is MIMOS is being tasked to carry out, and then Biz Forward, and the other program which is not part of the flagship but a program which complement the flagship. Basically, we call it a KIFI. Okay, hold your thought. I will run you through in detail for each of it. Now, let's start Manufacturing Intelligence Service Platform. Allow me to use the short form. We call it the SMISP. Okay, which for the following slide. Okay, SMIP basically is the acceleration platform. Okay, as you know, manufacturing sector majority, I mean, there is majority of the setup is basically is a small medium size. Okay, and then what they know about technology is computer, internet, handphone, okay, Lazada and everything. So if you throw them all kind of like Industry 4.0 technologies, which the AI, IoT, perhaps they understand the English, where they don't know what is this. It's just like a blind man touching the elephant in the room. Is this Industry 4.0 IoT is like, okay, it's just put a switcher on it, able to help me to turn on my computer, my machine automatically, or what is this all about? So this platform basically to aim to offer the government to offer a cost-effective, flexible, and integrated technology solution to facilitate the adoption. So the target group basically is two. If you see, there is a demand side, adopter, and also the ecosystem building. Now, when we start this policy, execute the policy, basically, I mean, adopter basically is our core primary, is our primary group, but we also notice that when the manufacturing want to adopt technology, they will see technology adoption is a very tall order kind of effort. They will need to know, oh, do I need to engage or do I need to employ another I will need to set up a dedicated team to do it. If let's say there's a breakdown, who should I call to? That means I need to incubate the technical team in-house. That is a cost that translates to cost. So that's why this platform or SMISP basically is also to build the ecosystem to support the manufacturing to adopt the technology by offering the supporting services. Okay, so and also for those technology providers, they haven't ventured into the manufacturing sector as their clientele, then perhaps they can utilize this SMISP to adopt what we have, to license what this SMISP have been developed, and then to become their part of their product portfolio. Then then they can serve the manufacturing, then they can expand their businesses. Okay, so the deliverable basically is outcome based. That means when we talk to a lot of manufacturing, they say, oh, then they will say, so what kind of technology do we need to adopt? For us, for SMSP, the principle is very simple. You don't let the technology to drive the adoption. You let your business need to drive the technology direction. Okay, not the other way around. Okay, because if you let the technology to lead your business, it's very tough. Because the technology basically is to help you to facilitate your technology, your business, to help you to accelerate your business. Okay, then the approaches basically is this SMISP basically is a government funded initiative. So the approach is basically is a POC. Basically, it's like that means this platform basically will help the manufacturing to address one of their key challenges. Then after that, then they can graduate from this platform, then they can go out and then from here, then the manufacturing should be able to get some knowledge about the technology. They know how to ask the right question from the technology provider. Then then they can make the right decision. So the modus operandi is pretty much simple. Okay, in all manufacturing, basically these are the 5 M, that so-called 5 factors is you can find it in all the manufacturing. You have the labor, machine, methods, material, and also facilities. Okay, in this all, I try to simplify the challenges. Okay, it might be there's a lot, but basically the top of mind when people talk about the COVID also validate our understanding that manufacturing, especially the small medium size, they are very dependent to the resource. That means in terms of the labor, manual process. Okay, so from the machine and the method, basically currently all our manufacturing is go by volume. Okay, if you ask them to do beyond like a small one, a small volume but high mix, if we're not able, the agility agile of their production floor is not that feasible. So So this is one of the area that the industry forward will want to, the SMSP will want to address, and also the material. Okay, when we talk to, and also this is based on my experience, when we talk to the industry, basically it's like what the salesman does may not be able to at the front. They might not be they may not have a direct connection to the back end offices. Okay, we always call it like when a lot of company purchase the enterprise resource planning, we call it as ERP, but they buy it, but then it become the white elephant. Why? Because they don't know how to use it. Okay, but they spend quite a number of money though. So even though they have ERP, supply chain information is still siloed. Okay, and the next portion, the facilities like those electrical, the utility is always the sunk cost. Be it you run your factory to the max or not, the factory will need to purchase, or you need to pay the amount. So with these five component, and also the challenges that we have understand, that's where the smart manufacturing intelligence service platform is being developed, okay, by MIMOS, using MIMOS R&D technology. Okay, so the digital transformation that this SMSP is going to going to do is basically to improve the operation efficiency, excellence, and then to help the manufacturing to increase their competitive. Okay, with that, able to help them to increase their operation equipment efficiency, help them to do preventive, and then help them to minimize, reduce their manual operation and so forth. With that, basically this output then definitely able to translate into ROI, okay, or the kind of cost saving or yield loss recovery, or all sort of, all kind of, businesses or manufacturing particularly, monetary is the end game for them. So we need to translate how the technology help them in terms of their production flow, and how it translate that able to convince them, yes, technology is the one that I want to do it. Okay, so in this platform so far we have utilized 8 technology. Okay, big data, AI, IoT, system integration, cloud computing, information security, augmented reality, and simulation. Okay, I'm not saying that we are stopped at 8, and also not every factory will need all these 8. It's subject to their business needs. Okay, so with that, the expected, basically the machine is to make sure the machine is always there, is always available. When they want to run the production, it will not have an unplanned shutdown or unplanned maintenance. Operation, basically they're able to share information between their business function, okay, and also intelligent. Always people would not always be, you might have heard that data is the new oil. Okay, but data would not contribute anything to you, except unless you turn it into intelligent to help you, to let you to do a guided decision making. Okay, so all in all, as you see, in technology, basically these are the common component. Okay, so in SMISP, basically it's like all the devices, all the machine, basically we use IoT to help them to communicate each other. That is where the automation comes in. Okay, when one machine is being done or being overloaded, so perhaps they can talk to the factory owner, saying that I'm overloaded, but my next colleague, the other machine is still goyang kaki, so can you offload my operation to him, to the other machine. Okay, so that kind of operation, that kind of the benefit of the IoT. So when come to the I think during the CMCO, and also thank you to the CMC during to the pandemic, cloud computing become the people have accepted or people have better acceptance about cloud computing. Before the pandemic, people a lot of pessimistic. Cloud computing, where does where does my data goes to? Okay, then the bastu they are not convinced. But with the pandemic, with that kind of pressure, people have no choice, forced to use it. But that's why experience is always the best learning curve for everyone. Okay, when they want to use technology. So at the portion where the analytics, all the analytics, basically like we will SMSP basically will introduce big data, AI, blockchain, or simulation, augmented reality. Okay, so with that, and also we will not forget. I mean, this platform definitely will not forget about cybersecurity. Okay, yesterday I just read the articles across the globe. Cybersecurity top the mind of the manufacturing. Okay, they worried or they want to change to a new system because they're worried whatever security that they have currently is insufficient. So that's why in SMSP, basically the cybersecurity is one of the key components. So with this setup, basically we will aggregate all the data from one point to the other point to build value. And then from the data, from the value that being created, from the data is being aggregated, we redistribute and to help the manufacturing to realize the value that they want. Be it they want to reduce labor dependency, they want to improve their machine efficiency and everything. Okay, so this is how the overview about SMSP, the so-called the high level kind of architecture. Then the Basu in 2019 in SMSP, basically as old as the policy. Okay, policy is 2 years. SMSP is also, we have started in 2019. Today, this year is 2020, so it's 2 years old program. So as you see, basically like we have we turn on this 8 technology. All the technology that we introduce in SMSP basically is utilize MIMOS patent. In 2019, basically we have turned on our 34 MIMOS patent. Okay. So from this 8, basically it's so-called mix and match, and then we enable 5 solutions. These 5 solutions basically is deployed in 5 factory. From these 5 factory, averagely every factory is about 5 employees will be direct involved together with us to receive technology knowledge. Okay, so when the deployment, when the technology deployed at the manufacturing, basically we are aiming at to help them minimum to improve their 10% productivity improvement. Now, just put a quick remark. Now, the technology will not help you to do automatic productivity improvement. The human factor, the management, or the operation people need to act on it. Okay, so that's why we have the employee to come on board together with our technical or our R&D team to work together. Then they know how the solutions work. Then from there they can utilize what we have deployed. Okay, now let me go through the 5 pilot sites. Okay, the first deployment that we have done in 2019 basically is AI-enabled product quality analytics. Okay, this adapter basically is about a vertical integrated electronic manufacturing company. I mean, short as the consumer electronics lah. What they want, as is currently all their product monitoring basically is by bulk. Meaning, when the client say, I want, let's say they produce 1 earphone, they need to go through 1,000 tests. But based on this factory, based on their experience, they might not need to go through the 1,000 test book, but the book say they have to. So they enroll to this program, SMSP. We help them to identify what are the redundancy, duplication tests, and also if let's through the technology, okay, through our machine learning technology, optimize the test cycle. With this optimization, we are aiming to reduce the 20% of the test cycle. So if reduce any test cycle, because all the testing involve resources, then the factory can redeploy the resources to other more productive activity. So in here you can see there are 5 technologies being turned on. So this is basically what we have delivered to the site. Basically, like we would give them this kind of dashboard, the daily status, the performance reporting, and also this monitoring. This basically is to let the manufacturing to know that if let's say we take an earphone, when your left side of the earphone is not working, it's no point for you to test the right side of the earphone, because the earphone is not working. It's considered a faulty unit. So you don't need to run, because the current practices is the client, like whether you have any failure, you don't need to do any. You need to go to the 11. So which is pretty much is very very traditional way of doing it. So from here, this analytics AI based kind of analytics help the manufacturing to reduce the test cycle, and also give a feedback to the client, okay, to tell them that whatever on the book may not be valid anymore. Okay, so the next case basically is the indoor environment monitoring. This is basically about we deploy it at the halal poultry process plant. Currently, in halal or in any of the food manufacturing, basically temperature is always the key factor. If temperature is not reaching at the optimum level, it will be contribute to yield loss. Okay, so there is currently this factory, before they enroll to SMISP, all their monitoring and manage the critical factor basically is manual, okay, known factor. But when you use manual, basically is when you use manual monitoring, human factor, there's a lot of there tendency to be an error. Okay, so that is why this site basically we utilize the technology to so this solution or this site, basically we will help them to introduce the industry enabling technology, IoT, cloud, and also system integration to monitor optimum temperature at variety of the key points at the real time. So with that, this is what the manufacturing is ensuring, that bottom line, they're able to ensure their quality is being their quality is consistent, and also ensured when they go to the market. Okay, so and also to ensure that their facilities are able to reduce their facility maintenance costs and also their electricity bill. Okay, now this is how it's being set up. Okay, in total we are approaching about 20 to 30 kind of sensors deployed in the in that plant. Okay, so in various of area. So sensors is always the basic element that the we will introduce, because sensor will be the one that the core element to collect all the data. Now the next use cases basis is real-time utility monitoring. Okay, so this one is also about food, but this one is not human food, it's about chicken feed meal. Okay, currently the manufacturing owner doesn't have the visibility of their machine and energy consumption behavior. Okay, so they would just like, okay, when the machine on from the day from the start of the operation, and then it will turn off. Then when they receive the electrical bill by end of the month, then they have a shock, because manufacturing, they have a different tariff of their electricity. So this approach, basically we are helping them, because because all the machine is always the energy hungry, okay. And then some machine, even though they are not at the optimum level, they also consume energy. So in this case, basically the manufacturing want to know that at what time the machine is overdone, and then some machine is not reaching at their optimum level, then they can do the kind of a balancing act. So with that, hopefully they can able to do 10% usage reduction. Okay, this one is not like able to install something like to so-called unethically, but this one is basically to tell them that which machine is using too much of energy. Some machine, they are still running, but they are not at the optimum, so the manufacturing able to switch, offload the overloaded the machine to the underloaded machine. So with that, we put in the sensor, current sensor, and then the sensor will able to transmit the data, go to the cloud. Then the bus 2, it will give the owner to, and then match with the machine operation status. Then the owner, the factory owner, will be able to do that kind of decision making. Now, the AR-based machine performance. Okay, this unique case basically is target to those manufacturing. This manufacturing basically is an inspection machine. So some of their machine is at the clean room, positioned at the clean room. Okay, when if it's the normal practices, when you want to check the machine health or machine condition, basically is human intervention, in human interaction with the machine. Okay, but when your machine is situated in a clean room, that is where you will try to reduce the human dependency. So with this solution, basically we are able to help them to bring the machine virtually out from the clean room, yet the technician able to monitor and interact and monitor and maintain the machine at the good status. So with that, these are the targeted impact that this solution is coming in. Now, this is the machine that in the clean room. So instead of because in the clean room, when you have in and out, human go in and go out, you have a tendency to bring in unwanted element into the clean room. Then you need to go to some cleaning and everything. Then a lot of time loss, and also the machine will not be productive for a certain time. Then the bus 2, then they are basically able to bring out the machine. Then you can interact with the solution. Then the bus 2 give you the machine condition. Okay, then the last pilot site basically is about the manual tracking. When you look into the factory, especially small medium-sized factory, okay, they always have the so-called runner to want to track want to locate for the material in the production, on the production floor. So with this solution, basically we are trying to introduce some precise indoor location tracking to increase the efficiency of resource utilization. Okay, so this is how it's being deployed. Okay, so we deployed the location sensor, then that's a tag on the tray. Then the owner able to configure, able to locate where is their tray is all about. Okay, so in SMSP basically is to accelerate the efficiency and resiliency of the manufacturing. This is what I have shared to you. These are the 5 key component factors in the manufacturing floor. Then that is where each of the solution the SMSP have been deployed in the last year. It might address certain. It may not address everything, but it address some cases in respective areas. So we are open for any collaboration or any technology provider that you guys want to interested to license or to collaborate with MIMOS. Then we welcome for you to come forward. Now the next component, Peace Forward. Okay, Peace Forward basically is another flagship I've shown you just now. It's about collaborative industry facilitation platform. Okay, this is where RA, the readiness assessment to intervention fund. Okay, I will not drill in very much on the RA program, because you can follow the MITI outreach program. Okay, so these are the process that you will go through. Now, when we go to the RA, basically after they have done the on-site, 4 and 5 basically is the roadblock or the bottleneck for the manufacturing to go further. In the RA, basically, they have received a report that will tell you that you can use any of these 11 technology pillar. When the manufacturing receives the report, they will have a lot of headache. They will say, how can I stop? How can I start? Who can I talk to? Where can I find those technology solutions? Yet from the other side, some technology provider, they are from the service provider. I mean, they have something to offer to manufacturing. They don't know how to reach. They don't know who have done the RA, who needs what kind of solution. Okay, so with that is where the Biz Forward comes in. Okay, so we encourage all the RA program recipient and also the technology provider to come on board then they can utilize the Biz Forward to co-develop the technical proposal, and also when they implement the project, they can also look at the Biz Forward to look for potential. Even so, my suggestion is always when I share with the manufacturing, I would say, like, why not you start early when you apply the RA, you register at the Biz Forward, you start to scout around to look for technology provider. So when you once you are very comfortable to want to work with them, then you can invite your technology provider together with you to understand the RA report. Okay, so with that, in short, Biz Forward basically is a gateway. The objective basically is a gateway to a wide range of Industry 4.0 technology provider. It's a centralized sourcing platform and facilitate business matching. It aims to address these three stakeholders: the adopters, the manufacturing, the technology provider. As long as you are a technology you think you have some product along that 11 technology pillars, then you are welcome to come on board. If you are system integrators, even so, if you are training provider, we welcome. Technology consultant, business consultant, and policymaker. Policymaker here is not to stop all the transaction. Basically, is to help to intervene as and when there's a certain kind of lacking of service provider. Then the policymaker like MITI, MIMOS, the rest of the ministry would come in and then to try to incubate those technology gap. So the key function basically is like that all the user is being authenticated. Okay, when the after when you have authenticate, basically we can use the Biz Forward will help facilitate the business matching. You can source it, you can do business recommendation, and also you know who you can collaborate with. Okay, so when you enter the Biz Forward, basically these are the layout of the players, technology players, yeah, not the manufacturing portion. Okay, so that is where the right. This is where the very specific on the Industry 4.0. The rest is very generic provider. Now, registration basically is very fast. 4 steps. First step, basically, you need to register on My Government portal. Okay, with your personal IC, email and IC. Basically, this is to authenticate, to help the manufacturing or to whoever come on board to know who you collaborate with. Then everyone will represent a company. Then we will verify their business, then their business profile. You can add after the 2 step of verification, then you can start to utilize Biz Forward to establish your business profile. And then the plus 2, you can start to connect. Now, just a remark, whoever that register in Biz Forward is not equivalent that the Industry Forward policy recognize that they are the official service provider. This platform is basically to provide an open platform, a fair level playing field to those who want to approach the manufacturers to help them to transform. Okay, we are not saying whoever technology provide. That's why once you have connect with the service provider, the manufacturing or you yourself have to do the due diligence yourself. Okay, we are not saying that whoever come on board, they are the official service provider. No, we are just telling you that this is a gateway, a center source, but very dedicated to Industry 4.0 Industry 4.0 technologies. Now, in summary, for Biz Forward, basically it's like, as you see just now, is RA, there is a funding mechanism that available by the government. But for Biz Forward, we go in between. We help you to engage, to connect and engage with the Industry 4.0 related provider, SI, training provider and consultant. Okay, so this basically will be able to smoothen your technology transformation journey. Now, the last portion that I would like to share is KIFI. KIFI basically is a Center of Artificial Intelligence for Future Industry. Okay, this KIFI basically is a virtual platform. Basically, it's a public-private strategic approach. Okay, it has a variety of collaborators that come on board, be it from the expert, academia, industry, domestic and internationally. So, firstly, this platform is to help the industry to diffuse innovation about AI. How AI can help them in variety of in variety of activities, especially in manufacturing. If you see just now the 5 use cases, basically we have various of we have the consumer electronics, the quality testing. Basically, they are utilizing the AI, the AR machine virtualization, also using AI to help them to process the data and also to come up with the decision making. Then from there, this KIFI also try to industrialization of AI innovation. This means how to bring AI go to the go to the mass adoption. So KIFI basically have these 4 focus area: research, talent development, consultation services, and solution development. We welcome for anyone who are from local or abroad. If let's say you have interested to be part of the KIFI community, we welcome you. So with that, any question you can channel to me. Okay, so that is what my session is all about. Perhaps I would like to take on some questions.
Thank you, Dr. Siew Wai. We have a couple of questions for you. We have sent it to your attention. Please take a look at the questions.
Sure, thank you. What is the right move to initiate Industry 4.0? Okay, now my approach is very kind of simple. Okay, don't start things big. Size does matter. Start with what you can take on. Okay, but as I say earlier at the session, let the business needs to drive your technology adoption, but not the other way. Okay, then lepas tu, I think I saw there are some earlier questions come from the I think some of the questions I have already addressed there. Okay, okay, COVID. Okay, as I said earlier, the positive side of COVID basically is a lot of the positive side is basically to help to change the mindset about from the manufacturing perspective about the importance of the technology, which I already touched earlier. And then lepas tu is Malaysia economic effort great. Okay, I think I have one question. They are saying that how does Industry 4.0 fit into Industry Forward? I think the third slide that I've shared, I already tell you the differentiate between Industry 4.0 and 4IR, and then where is Industry 4? Industry 4 basically is responding to the global importance of technology in manufacturing. So Industry 4.0 basically is Malaysia branding about Industry Forward basically is Malaysia branding about Industry 4.0 deployment in Malaysia. Okay, so I think how ready is Malaysia for AI deployment? Actually, there's a lot of effort come into is already in the market deployed. Okay, if you maybe now may not be feasible. If you go to the like Sunway, Pyramid or One Utama, when you come out from the from the car park, you see they scan, they tell you that car plate number. That is portion of the AI. That is the image analytics, license plate recognition technology is one portion of one component of the AI. Okay, so people there is a piece and pieces about AI deployment in Malaysia, but not there yet. But I think hopefully with the KIFI platform, we are able to get more industry to come forward to collaborate with not only MIMOS but interchange knowledge about with other community member from there, because in KIFI basically we have academia, we have local technologies, we have government government members inside in as part of the collaborators. So from there we hopefully the KIFI able to spur further about the AI adoption. I think perhaps I will end this session and then I will Roger out and then pass over to Lawrence.
Thank you, Dr. Siew Wai, for your presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our MIMOS Talk Series, Industry Forward, Advantageous, Accelerate. And till we meet again, we thank each and every participant, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Do please look at our social media sites for the updates. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Siew Wai.